The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Bridgewater to throw it. Dancing to his left. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, 43. 56. Mike.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Chris Jones.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Bridgewater buying time to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
Oh, look at Thomas, wide open. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
To Ian Thomas.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here.
A gain of 3.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Carolina.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Well, nothing changes there with that final touchdown, but it did beat the buzzer nonetheless.
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Chiefs 42. Panthers 24. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 6.
Today's final score, Chiefs 42. Panthers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.